David, thank you for talking to FrankRyan.tv. You said you'd never fight at cruiserweight again, but you're here and it's a big, big fight. What's happened? What changed your mind?
What changed my mind was it's Enzo Maccarinelli. Everybody knows he's a great fighter. Everyone knows I'm a great fighter, and everybody just wanted this fight to happen. And I could have went up to heavyweight, and no one would have had a problem with it. But I thought, no, one last fight. This one's for the fans. The one against Mormek was for history. That was to be the undisputed champion. This fight is for the fans. This one, obviously, the fight was against Mormek was in Paris. We only allocated 50 tickets to my UK fans, so our fans were a bit upset about that. But this time round, it's at the O2, the best indoor arena in Britain. Possibly Europe. So it's in my back garden, literally. I'm born in South East London. The venue's in South East London, Greenwich, so it's a perfect venue, and it's going to be a great, great night.
I know you don't want to harp on about the weight too much because it's not going to be an issue. Obviously, you're a professional, but normally it takes more than just the will of the fans for someone to come back and go through what you're going to need to go through to make weight. How much was the financial factor involved?
Financially, it wasn't that great, but it's not for me. It's not all about the money. It's about your legacy. This fight was for the fans, and I could have got a lot of money fighting heavyweights. There's a lot of money in the heavyweight division. I could have went that route, but I thought, okay, let's just stick it out here and do this one. For this one was definitely for the fans and for I'm not fighting for. I'm not what end the title Enzo's got is a WBO. I'm not interested in that. Even if Enzo didn't have a title, I'd still be fighting Enzo. It's not about his titles. It's not about my titles. It's about two of the best cruiserweights coming together, clashing, and we're both power punchers. We both look vulnerable at times, and everybody knows anything about boxing knows this fight is going to be great.
You talk about the fact that you're both power punchers there, and everybody is talking about the fact that you both hit so hard. Do you envisage any situation here where this can go 12 rounds? Because it's not what people are really talking about, a 12-rounder here.
I very much doubt this goes 12 rounds. The only way possibly that would happen is if Enzo doesn't turn up and I've put someone else in the ring, put David Tour in there. But I can't see Enzo being able to withstand the type of beatdown I'm going to dish out.
People are going to be questioning, your stamina. Can he go the 12 rounds and that sort of thing? Are you just training at all for that factor?
Not really. The stamina factor, I think, was cleared up in the last few fights. I knocked out Fragomeni in the 9th round. That was a decent pace fight. Lasso Hansen done him in 7 rounds. It's not a big deal, the weight factor, stamina factor. It doesn't really matter. This fight is going to be more about punch power. It's all going to be about my right hand. How quickly I can land my right hand in his chin. So I don't believe that he can take it. My punches are that fast and that hard. He's never fought anybody in my league, not even close.
Skill factor in your last fight. We know that you came through and you took those titles, but in there for a while, you went through a couple of rounds there holding that left hand very low, and eventually you did get nabbed with that right. Obviously, Enzo Maccarinelli, being the student of boxing, is going to be watching that and seeing that. Are you going to be adjusting that coming into this fight?
Not one bit. I'm not going to adjust anything. I don't need to adjust anything. I've just got to make the weight, turn up, and the fight's mine. I don't have to adjust anything. My hands are going to be just as low as they were, if not lower than they were for the Mormek fight. And it's up to Enzo to capitalise on it. I don't think he's good enough to capitalise.
Is that slightly disrespectful? My hands are going to be lower than they were?
It's for his style. I've never had a problem with tall fighters. Never in a million years had a problem with a tall fighter. And I don't envisage this being a problem with me. It's all about how quickly I can hit him throughout my career. Anyone tall, I land on him early doors, and I do not feel he'll be able to come past my big right hands.
Just finally, look into the camera for me, David, and tell all the fans who are desperate to see this fight why they should come out and buy tickets for this enormous occasion.
Right then, you've got to come out to the O2 Arena on the 8th of March. It's going to be a great extravaganza. You've got Enzo Maccarinelli, one of the biggest punchers in the world, myself, the undisputed cruiserweight champion, and we're both going to clash in the middle of the ring. Neither of us are going to take a backward step, and we're going to throw bombs from the start. So if you ever go into a fight, go to this one. It's going to be crazy.